put the content out. Get going. Alright, feed these viewers real quick. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Right. Alright, look. We got a little Game Pass issue here, but this is about Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Listen to this. New petition has request for Xbox Game Pass. Xbox fans desire Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2 on Xbox platform via Game Pass due to lack of availability. Xbox players need to previously own digital versions of a console with disk drive to play Valve games on the new system. Valve has yet to release its games on new Xbox console, but possible Steam integration might change this in the future. It says here Xbox and Valve fans are calling for Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 to be added to Xbox Game Pass, or at the very least the current Xbox Store. While previously available on Xbox 360 Marketplace, players on current Gen X systems like Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S are limiting the limited availability of the Valve games and want them added to Xbox Game Pass. It says Xbox players have actually been pointing out the difficulty of accessing Left 4 Dead as well as some of Valve's other games for a while now. When the Xbox 360 store shut down, players were left with no ways to digitally purchase the older games. Now players are calling for a change. A new petition is asking Xbox and Valve to bring Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 back to the Xbox ecosystem via Xbox Game Pass or the game store. The petition starter, Jacqueline Means, has pointed out that as gaming shift to a pure digital, older games are becoming less accessible. This subject has worried players, especially regarding game preservation. While Left 4 Dead series is still easily acquired on Steam for a PC, it's not available for purchase via Microsoft or the Xbox Store anymore, and players aren't happy about it. It says the move to digital comes with drawbacks. It says here the gaming world is increasingly pivoting towards selling games digitally due to increased convenience and a reduction in cost by cutting production and shipment of disc. This has led to console manufacturers releasing digital-only systems like the Xbox Series S, which can only work with digital copies of games. Thanks to backwards compatibility, Left 4 Dead can be played on newer Xbox systems, but only in one of the two ways. Xbox owners have to either have previously purchased the game digitally before the Xbox 360 Marketplace shut down, which can be played through backwards compatibility on a current Xbox Series X or S. Says, or they need an Xbox Series X console with a disk drive and a physical copy of the game. Those who choose diskless digital consoles and didn't purchase a digital versions of the game prior to the delisting are simply out of luck at this time. And then it says here, with games like the Portal series coming to Nintendo Switch in recent times, it may come as a surprise to some gamers that Valve hasn't re-released these games for a newer Xbox console. The company may simply not be interested in pursuing that at this time, especially if it doesn't think that it could generate enough profit to make it worthwhile. However, a recent leak indicates that Steam could be coming to Xbox. If that turns out to be the case, Xbox gamers may be able to access Valve full library again. Yeah. Well, what's my take? What's my take on all this? Well, it kind of had me worried, like if Microsoft shut down the Xbox 360 store. You know, in a desperation, like probably like in desperation to focus on, like, you know, like this Xbox Series X, X and S, or did they even integrate the 360? According to this article, it looked like they didn't integrate the 360 store with the Xbox One store, meaning that, you know, like if you bought digital games on the 360, that means they can be played on the Xbox One. That's another issue too with this. You know, Xbox did not integrate the Xbox. Microsoft didn't integrate the Xbox Series X store with the Xbox 360. Like integrate Xbox 360 store and Xbox One store into one store, so you can buy the games. You know, you can still purchase those. That way you can still purchase the 360 games on the Xbox One. That's another thing they should have worked on. Integrate both those stores into one. But according to this article too, now, if you had bought the game before the 360 store shut down, then you could be still playing the game like on your Xbox One or Xbox Series X and S. You know, I remember seeing, like, speaking of games, I remember seeing people playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I think it was on the 360, but they were able to, like, play it on the Xbox One. But then all of a sudden, that stopped. I remember they were posting pictures, you know, on the main page of, you know, they were posting pictures. Gameplay footage on the Xbox user interface. So yeah, that game disappeared. So by the looks of this, it looks like Microsoft has some work to do as far as their stores goes. They should have they should have taken the Xbox 360 store and merged it with the merge it into one store. Merge it with the Xbox One store. That's what they should have done before they closed the store down, the store down. And then take the Xbox One store, and then since it's already merged with the 360, and then merge that with the Xbox Series X. You know, they got some work to do on that. Now Valve, now on the other end, they don't want to. If there's no money to be made, then you know, in this, then it don't look like they're gonna pursue it. You know, but if there's money to be made, they might do it. But now with rumors of Microsoft and Valve coming to you know, working together, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that works out. So yeah, but if you purchase the game on the 360 before it closed down, you should be able to play it though, you know, on the Series S and X, or even Xbox One, you know, and then take it from there. Yeah, so it looks like they have, but by the looks of this entire article though, it looks like they still got some more work to do, as far as like the Xbox Series X and S store and Xbox One with the 360. They need to take the 360 store and merge it with the Xbox One store, and then take the Xbox One store and then merge it with the Series X. You know, merge all three stores into one. You know, so that way, you know, you can purchase your 360 games and then play them on the Xbox One. And if you got a Series X, then you can purchase Xbox One games or Xbox 360 games, and then play them on the Series X and S. So look like they got some work to do on their stores. But when it's all said and done, you know. Yeah. But yeah, but if you got the physical copy, good. If you don't, well, you can try to see if you can find a copy of it. You know, and take it from there. There's a lot of games that's on the original Xbox, the 360. Like, you know, on the original Xbox one, and then on the 360, that should be, you know, like in the Xbox One and Xbox Series X store. You know, they should be all merged. You know, so they should be all merged into one store. You know, I think that's what they should have done, because there's games on the original Xbox like Mech Assault 1 and 2, Mech Assault 1 and 2. Well, I think what's that? Like Fusion Frenzy. There's a lot of games on the Xbox, the original Xbox games, that should have been in the Xbox, in the Xbox One marketplace. There's a lot of games on the 360 that should be on in the Xbox One marketplace. You know, so you can play them on the Series X and S. So they have work to do on this, man. You know, because me personally, I've always wanted to play the Justice League on the Xbox One, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, X-Men Legends. I've always wanted to play them on the Xbox One, but Microsoft is being, I don't know. They got some work to do. You know, there's a lot of games from the original Xbox, the 360, that needs to be, those two stores need to be taken and merged with the Xbox One, and then that way you can play your games on the Series X and S, and or even Game Pass, man. So they got some work to do, man, when it comes to all this. I mean, look, Batman Arkham Origins is not even in the Xbox One store. It's not. Arkham City is, the Return to Arkham Asylum is, and Arkham Knight, but Arkham Origins is not there. Just saying, you know. So they got some work to do, man, with all this, man. You know? Yeah. I mean, far as like Game Pass and the Microsoft Store as a whole, they got some work to do on that, because there's games from the original Xbox to 360. Even, you know, those games needed to be added, man. So yeah, you know, and they need to have it to where, like, okay, the Xbox. You know what? I'm gonna make a video on this, but there's a feature here where they need to show your history of all the games that you have ever purchased on the Microsoft Store. And if you purchase these games, if you buy a new Xbox console, you should be able to download those games since you already purchased it. Just saying, and play them. So they got some work to do on that, on the Microsoft Store and Game Pass, and yeah, and then take it from there. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, Star Wars, Star Trek, for Dark Side. Go. Peace.